Hello and hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. How you guys doing? Welcome to Last Week in Germany, where I, some random ass guy, react to the top posts from the German subreddits over the last week. Make sure I'm caught up on everything trending and happening in Germany. First and foremost, the most important post of the week, the top post of this week on r/Germany. Do men tend to sit or stand while peeing at home? Well, only one language has a word for this. The sit-pissler, or something like that. And it's Germany. So, with that said, I actually am still surprised to see most men sit while peeing in Germany. At least according to this picture on the internet, which the internet never lies, so it simply must be true. I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking about why. I guess it's cleaner, you know? Nothing's splashing out of the bowl when you're sitting while peeing. But I know you guys do have urinals. Like, I mean, I guess we're talking about at home. It says at home. But obviously you stand at a urinal. Interesting. Is it so you can use your phone while you pee? But it's also not just Germany, you know. It's also Bosnia and Bosnia and Bosnia and Bosnia and Bosnia and Bosnia and Finland. Sitz Pinkler. Yeah, that's it. Sitz Pinkler. It's used as an insult. How is it an insult if most men there are sitz pinklers? It would actually be an insult to say, you're a stand pinkler, aren't you? You probably stand while you pee, you nasty ass mother splashing pee all over. I once saw a toilet in a private German home with a note that said, sit down when you pee or I will clean the toilet with your blood. Okay, so that does go toward the idea that I had that it's for cleanliness purposes, which you guys are very particular. You know, I think Germans are very particular. So I think that also goes to the fact that you guys are probably very clean. This is starting to make sense. In my own home, I sit. What about someone else's home? When I am in a public restroom, I stand. When I'm visiting someone, it depends how clean the bathroom is. This man pees. Whoa, we got even more intense data on this, guys. I guess this should have been an entire video. So it looks like Germany by far the lead with as far as sitting down while peeing as a male. As a male, most women do sit down while peeing, actually. That's a fun fact. But as far as males, Germany is unbelievably in the lead with 40% of men sitting down every time. And 22 most times. Wow, I would be in the extreme minority to say never. Well, I guess if I'm like so drunk that I don't want to stand, it's possible. Yeah. Oh, how interesting. Australia, kind of out of nowhere in my opinion. Boom. The next highest. Australia. Australia and Germany. Happens to be two countries I know a lot about, but I didn't know this much about them. Oh, and as far as the United States, yeah, we're very low. 10% pee every time sitting down. Now, honestly, guys, another map. This one actually way more important. And I'm proud to see that out of the top right corner, Germany coming down hard with the opposing opinion to chat control. I'm sorry. I mean, usually I try to be like kind of neutral on political things. But this one just does. I can't be. I usually try to see both sides. And trust me, I do. I understand. I understand that in theory, you know, scanning everyone's pictures and messages on every single phone, the government doing that, could stop some crime. But they would be scanning all of your pictures and messages. And maybe under the current administrations, you may or may not be okay with that. But just imagine a future administration that you don't know, that you don't support, having this power. I know you guys respect privacy a lot in Germany, which is something I've always admired. There's something I need to look up about this, though, is like, it seems really odd to me that something so important, so radical, to be honest, in my opinion, very radical, could be implemented by the EU. I would think something like this would need to be up to the country. So if this passes, will Germany be compelled to comply with this, or could they opt out? Let's ask the all-powerful AI. I don't know what else to do, guys. Don't know what else to do. No, Germany couldn't simply opt out. Wow. Honestly, I don't get that. I don't get it. I mean, I don't understand why the EU... Why would this go to the EU? Why wouldn't this be up to individual countries? I'm not going to read this one out loud because YouTube doesn't like it, but I think he hits the nail on the head, in my opinion. And I'm sorry. I really don't mean to, like, seem preachy. I mean, I'm not even in the EU. It doesn't necessarily concern me. Although, how would that work? If I was messaging someone in Germany, would the EU be able to look at my messages? Oh my God. How would it work if this is like against the constitution of any individual country? Like, this would be, in my opinion, against the Constitution here in America. Like, obviously this is not applied to America, but it's an unlawful search. It's a search of you without any warrant or any probable cause or anything like that, which in some countries is protected by the Constitution. And I imagine some countries in the EU have a constitutional law like that. A lot of helicopters in the Munich sky. Somebody knows what's going up. Oh, interesting. I mean, this is total, like, conjecture, bullshit, conspiracy theorist nonsense, but could they be looking out for, like, drones, like Russian drones? It's a lot of helicopters. Oh, is it still about the drones? So I'm not the only one with that question. They're migrating toward warmer weather. There you go. Oh, it's likely just the Bundespolizei graduating class practicing. It's a good idea. Oh, it's Helicoptoberfest. I've been searching for a job with no success for almost 6 months. So this is your resume. I'll tell you what's up, dude. First of all, hey, you see where this says name? That should be your name. Not the word name. You were supposed to fill that in the template. Is this a joke? Second, why is this in English? I'm a software engineer holding a master's degree in computer applications. I moved to Germany 18 months ago and started working for a software consultancy company in Stuttgart. Unfortunately, due to the slowdown, I got laid off. Sent over 400 applications with only 2 interviews, which didn't translate into anything. Well, one word of advice is, if you've applied to 400 jobs, that sort of implies that you're not tailoring your application to the job, which you really should be. But also, seriously, why does it say name? And then it says links, like, maybe I'm too old school, but I used to print out my resume. What is links? And I don't see any links. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. This guy's not even watching this video. But if I got this resume and I have done like some hiring and stuff, it would just be an instant. He didn't even fill his name out. He didn't even replace the name placeholder with his name. And why does it say links? You're out. Sorry. Brutal, but that's the truth. And why is it in English? And see, for instance, we don't need you to be a master in 47 different languages. See what the job wants you to be if it's a React developer job, just get rid of most of this crap, except for the stuff adjacent to React. Good luck. All right, I've just been thumbing through the comments. We're done after this, guys. I'm done with this, okay? I don't know why I'm spending time on this. I mean, I find it interesting for some reason, but no one has mentioned the fact that it just says name at the top, which I think is a glaring issue. In 3 years, it was first time. Oh boy. We got our first complaint on the door with the sticky note. Let's see what it says. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Put your shoes inside the apartment. House rules. Get wrecked. Interesting that they refer to the apartment building as a house. Haus. I'm sorry, guys, but that is so funny to me because it's so German. It's so like, this would be such a culture shock to an American. You would just never get a note like this. And you would almost never get a note like this in America for leaving your shoes out. But see, that's why we stand up and pee and splash pee all around the bathroom and you guys sit down. You know what, guys? I'm still thinking about this. And you know what? He probably maybe removed his name for privacy reasons. Like, I just kind of realized that. It's possible, right? That's very possible. I don't know why he would keep his photo and remove his name, but it's very possible that's what he did, right? Pictures from my first trip to Germany. Is this your first trip, like, in 2025? Because these somehow look like they're from 1993. Whoa. God damn. You're not going to find a view quite like that here in America. Incredible. Whoa, spooky. I'm not going to lie. Whoa, cobblestone. Hagrid might come out of this lamppost right here. Is that what happens in the movie? Something like that, right? Okay. Ooh. Looks kind of like me. Very German tables. I always point that out, but I can't help it. You know, the fact that they're just wood and metal. In America, they would be like, a lot of times it would be plastic. Or like something on it would be plastic, you know. Wow. What the heck? This looks like that one optical illusion with the stairs going infinitely. More toilet content. This bathroom sign that I came across, I wonder what the reason was. I mean, I can't read it, but really? How to use a toilet brush. The best way to keep the toilet clean is the regular use of the toilet brush. I mean, I don't know where that sign is, but I'm not cleaning a toilet that's not mine. I think that's just a hard and fast rule. I'm just not. I'm definitely not putting the toilet brush on my head or up my butt either. But I'm also not going to put it in the toilet. I'm not cleaning it unless you're paying me. Sorry. Why are fathers frowned upon for utilizing their Elternzeit? I don't know what that is. Oh, parental leave. As the title states, I'm noticing that when I tell someone I will be taking 7 months or all months of the Elternzeit to be with my child, everyone starts making a face. My wife is unemployed. I've heard things like most men only take 2 months. Why would you only take 2 months? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just used to America where it's like you barely get anything. So you definitely take all you can get. I mean, most men get nothing. So like if your job gives you 2 weeks, you're going to take 2 weeks. Let alone if it gave me 7 months, sayonara. I'm not coming back for 7 months. Why would I? I mean, it's paid, right? Why would it? What? My HR lady went on a moral lecture of our company culture is to take 1 month, and I suggest you do the same. And then when you return, you can decide about further plans. What do you mean further plans? What does that mean? If you return, then it's over, isn't it? It's not like you can be like, I've thought about it, and I'm going back on parental leave. I mean, really the only obvious opposing view that I can think of is just that if you work at especially like a small business and your work is critical to the operations of the business, then, I mean, You might not want to take 7 months off because they might have to replace you, you know? Sexism and maybe some jealousy for men who wish they took more time. And doesn't matter, your wife is unemployed. It's kind of funny because here in America, I feel like if... Well, I could see it going either way, I guess. I could see this. But as far as like telling your friends, like if you're telling your friends, yeah, I'm taking 7 months off for paternity leave, they'd be giving high fives like, hell yeah, dude, how the fuck did you manage that? That's incredible. But I could see at your job, maybe they'd be weird about it. I could see that. Germany ranks 4th in work-life balance among developed countries. Okay. Where's America rank? Probably not super high on the work-life balance. 25. How does America rank even below Japan? Like, seems a little weird because I thought I knew for a fact that Japanese work culture is next level. Okay, like I know America is pretty crazy, but Japan is like a different world. I mean, I know I rely on AI a lot, guys, and it's not always correct. I do think it's right a lot of the time, especially when it uses like a lot of sources and stuff. Anyway, the AI says, on paper, Americans and Japanese have similar official work hour expectations, but Japan often has more overtime expectations and unpaid work embedded in culture. So actual hours in many Japanese workplaces can exceed what's legally paid. So who's number one? Like France or something? Is it France? France. Oh, New Zealand. Oh, you guys are above France. Where the hell's France? Oh, shit. Dang, France, do better. Damn. Damn. Not only does that food look very intriguingly good, but the ambiance. I didn't even play World of Warcraft, but I feel like I'm in a tavern in World of Warcraft. Can someone explain? Yes, I will explain incorrectly what this is. So it's got electricity going to it. It says, do not cover. It's on a wall in the attic, kind of like here, like in the top floor. Do not cover. It's plugged in. So this is obviously, can't cover it because it's hot. It's a heater. It's an electric heater. I just arrived at my shared flat in Germany, and since I'm currently alone, I have no one to ask. I believe this is the primary way of heating my room. Yet it doesn't work at all. The pad itself gets really warm, but the room stays at 15 degrees. The hell? It's an infrared heater. This is not designed to heat the place. It's like those IR light bulbs. Everything in its beam gets warm. So you're supposed to put your bed there? That's so sick. I've never seen that in my life. Since the beam is pointing at the ground as it's mounted on the roof, this won't be very efficient. I mean, if you put your bed right there, that's actually extremely efficient. It's literally just heating you. Huh. That's crazy. Ooh, what's your favorite German chocolate? Interesting question, because I've had Ritter Sport, of course, and I've had Milka. Aldi Nuss Knacker. The only correct answer, guys. I'm gonna have to try this. Literally no one is saying Ritter Sport. I mean, I guess we're not talking about just pure chocolate. And they're not saying Milka. What the? I think I've seen enough, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a great weekend. And I'll see you tomorrow.